Yo, what's up my peeps? Hello everyone, my name is Taya and today I'm here to talk about The Legend of Korra because that show is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. So yeah, the season finale for book 3 has been over for quite some time and I have some things to say. Boy, let me tell you, I got some things to say. So, really? What? I mean, I have pointers on my phone, so I won't forget some stuff, but, can we just talk about the animation? Like, that isn't a pointer, but who animates this show? I want to know who animates this show. We'll get there, Let me just go through my list. So the first thing I want to talk about is death. I mean, a Nick show? Like, murdering on a Nickelodeon show? Who allowed this to happen? Who are these people behind this show? What is going on? In book 1, we see that Tarlok decides that he wanted to commit suicide. I still haven't figured out if he did it because he wanted to die or he knew his brother could not be in the world anymore. I still have not deciphered that with myself, but you know, that's a whole nother video in itself. So, the death, it was so traumatic in this season. We actually see the very first on-screen death, which is Zaire taking the life, literally taking the life out of the Earth Queen. Like, oh my gosh. I don't even know if did he suffocate her? Or he literally just took the life out of her. Took the life. And that was the first on-screen death, but I mean there's so many more and I have another pointer for that, but oh my gosh, this show is getting so intense. I know book 4 is the last for Legend of Korra, but the creators, Mike and Brian, you know who I'm talking about, the creators, they said it's probably not the last for the world of Avatar. So I'm curious to see what they might do after Korra and the level they'll go with the death if they do decide to further the Avatar franchise. I really want to know what they can do with it because oh my god, the death that they showed in book 3 got me like ugh. So the next thing I want to talk about is the new airbenders. Like, oh my god. And, you know, most people are like, oh yeah, new airbenders, cool, wow, ooh, airbending slice. Yeah, see what I did there. But, to be honest with you, I'm not fond of the whole idea of new airbenders because it kind of defeats the purpose of Aang being the last airbender to replenish the population of airbenders. Like, he was the very last one, and so you would think from that he would build up the whole society of airbenders, but yet here are these random people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna airbend because I can. I just didn't really like that idea. I like the idea of Aang was the only one who can save the race, and his family, you know, with time will eventually repopulate the world with airbenders. I really liked that idea, and I was like, oh cool, like Jinora, Milo, or Ikki would be like the next airbending master to teach the new avatars to come, or Avatar after Korra, you know, because Tenzin will be passed away, but you know, that could be a lot of different people now. I don't know, I don't like the idea of new airbenders, but you know, I know a lot of people do, but I'm not one of them. So next thing is Kai and Jinora. So Kai and Jinora, they are just so cute! Like, okay, before, I'm sorry, that was so obnoxious. But, before book 3, I didn't ship any of the ships. I was kind of neutral. Like, you know, when Asami and, what's his face? Frickin' Mako. When Asami and Mako was getting together, I was like, oh cool, hey, Asami and Mako. When Korra and Mako were getting together, I was like, oh, okay, hey, cool, Korra and Mako. When Bolin was getting with any girl, I was like, oh, hey, Bolin and random chick. But it's like, I shipped these two so hard. Like, okay, but I have down Kai and Jinora as like a pointer that I want to talk about, but like, can't we just give a second to Jinora? Like, okay, before I started book 3, I went into it thinking, like, when is Jinora gonna get her tattoos? She's a master. She's a full-blown master. Not only is she a master, but she can travel into the spirit world, and she can travel it, like, with her spirit to other places. Like, she can, what's it called? I forget, my brain isn't working right now, but she can go to other places through spirit. I'm like, how did she not already get her tattoos, like, in book 2? I mean, she's really proven herself throughout book 2 and book 3 that I was really like, I thought she was gonna get her tattoos, like, the very first episode. And when she finally got her tattoos, I was like, wow, you look like Aang! Like, I don't know what I expected her to look like. Like, you know, little bald child. They probably all look the same. But, I mean, wow. She looks so much like Aang. But I was also like, okay, we know from the last Airbender series that female airbenders get to keep their hair. And so I was like, why is she bald? But then I was like, well, I mean, they'll probably let her hair grow back, right? I mean, I would assume she's not going to keep shaving her head because she's a girl, unless, you know, she wants her head shaved. But, yeah, so I'm sure her hair will grow back and they'll be like, and she'll be like, yeah, Kai, you like my hair? But, they've done so much with Jinora, and Jinora's grown up so much. I watched book 1 and book 2 over again. Like, the progression of Jinora, like, she started out as a background character that came off smart and, you know, kind of witty and funny, to now she's, like, so mature, and she's only, like, 11 or something. Oh, I love Jinora. I mean, if Aang had to pick a perfect child to be his grandchild, it would be Jinora. I mean, I love Iki, I love Milo, but Jinora would mean a lot to him because, you know, she can be silly, she can be funny, but also at the same time she's really in tune with her airbender side, and he's all about, you know, monks and spirits and stuff like that. So I think he would really enjoy Jinora. Too bad he's gone, kind of. Well, he turned into a teenage girl. So with that being said, Asami and Korra. Okay, so I know Asami and Korra is a very popular ship within the fandom, and I'd like to say I've joined that ship, but I don't ship them romantically. I ship their friendship, and here's why. I would ship them romantically, but their friendship is too good. It's just too good for me to want them to take it to the next level. Like, and I really love what they did with Asami, because this whole series, to me, she's just been a filler character, if you will. Like, she's just kind of been there to further the plot, it seemed like. I don't know. And it's not that I disliked her, it's just that I didn't feel anything towards her. And this whole season, I kid you not, I was waiting for her to get revenge on Korra. I was like, okay, when you gonna strike? When you gonna try to hit Korra? When are you gonna try to kill her? But she kept it together. And I love that. I love what they did with her, because they could have went the old, teenagers fighting over a boy route, but they didn't, and that, to me, is life. I mean, I'm so glad they decided not to go the route of fighting over Mako, because in this world, it's too small to get caught up in silly things like, oh, a boy, like, oh my god. You know, you can't get hung up over stupid stuff like that, especially with Asami. Like, she doesn't have anything. And, you know, to have a close friend like Korra, that's probably, like, a lot to her, since her mom's dead, her dad's a psychopath that tried killing her, and so, you know, she doesn't have anyone, so I'm so glad they decided to not make her rebel against Korra. And so that's where my love for the ship started, but hey, no touchy. No touching. So next thing on my list is Tenzin didn't die. Guys, I cried. I cried really hard. I thought when they were attacking Tenzin, I thought he died. I thought that the only airbending master at the time had died. And I was like, oh my god, who did this to my feelings? I was ready to kill someone myself. I was ready to go after the person who wrote it, who animated it, who let it be on the internet for me to watch. I was ready to kill them. I was ready to go up with a gun and kill them, but he didn't die. And that's, you know, that's a real good thing that he didn't die. So, next thing on my list is Zaire's ability to airbend. Like, hold up. Hold up. Why is Zaire so good at airbending? In fact, why are all the airbenders so good at airbending? From my understanding, airbending is a technique that's really hard to get a hold of because of not only is it the bending part, but it's the spiritual part, and it's the, you know, how they move part, like, you know, they're light as a leaf or something like that, like, be the leaf. But Zaire's ability to airbend is unreal to me. I don't understand why he's so good at it. Like, he's been airbending for his whole entire life. Like, he was born a natural airbender. I don't understand why he was able to fly. And when he got up and fly, I'm like, is this bitch flying? Like, I didn't like that. I don't like how good he is at airbending. You know, like I said, we were led to believe that airbending is a technique that takes a while to get a hold of, but yet here he is, like, bending out the woodworks. And I know, like, he studied a lot of scriptures, like airbending scriptures and stuff like that, and that's why he's, you know, he's into with his spiritual side. I understand that, but he should not be able to airbend at the ability he was. Wasn't he better than Tenzin? Like, didn't he get the better of Tenzin? That shouldn't have happened. Tenzin is a master. Zaire is a person who was able to airbend for like a couple months. Yeah, a couple months. I don't think he should have had that ability, but it's whatever. So, his girlfriend, how do you pronounce her name? Is it Pill? Okay, I'm butchering her name. I forgot how to say it, but her death needs its own category within this video. Her death was one of the most gruesome things I've seen on a child's television show ever. Ever. Her head exploded. Like, and yes, it didn't show, like, you know, the actual, like, brains and stuff like that, but if you think about what happened, her head exploded. Like, good on you, Beifong sisters. You killed it. You killed the game. You literally killed the game. Her head exploded. What kind of mess is that? I cannot believe that happened. That was the most shocking thing I've ever seen in the Avatar series ever. Kuvera? Is that how you say her name? Kuvera? She's evil. Ooh, that girl's evil. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. She's evil. She is evil. I swear she's evil. I swear she's evil. Evil. Like, when she was taking the poison out of Korra, I was like, why are you doing that? You're evil. I was almost certain she was gonna kill Korra. I was really sure she was gonna try to just slit her throat. I know she's evil. She has to be evil. Have you guys seen that one picture of her? Insert it here. Those guys have shackles on their wrists. She's evil. She's evil. I'm calling it now. Book 4, Kuvera is gonna try to end Korra's life. I swear it to you. I swear she's evil. I really do. And my final thing, which was kind of like the big bang to the very end of book 3, is that little tear that went down the side of Korra's face. So, Korra's mental state. I just want to cry when I think about it, really. Basically, here's how I view it. Korra's whole life was based on being the Avatar. She knew she was the Avatar from a young age, and that's all she ever was, and that's all she ever wanted to be, and that's who she is, and that's her purpose. That's her purpose for being on the earth. is being the avatar, being the barrier between man and spirit, you know, keeping balance. That's all her life ever was and ever is, and that's the purpose. But this whole series, Legend of Korra, people have constantly been telling her, we don't need you, Avatar. People have been trying to kill her. People have been telling her the time for avatars is over. And what people don't realize is Korra is not only an avatar, but she is a teenage girl. She's a human being. And so for people to say, basically these people are saying she has no purpose for being here. She does not need to be living. She has no purpose. And where does that leave Korra? In a depressed mental state. And oh, that tear, that hurt me physically, not mentally. It hurt me physically because we've all felt, I feel like we've all felt that emotion she was feeling at that time. And to see Korra in a wheelchair, like, you know, Korra, the sassy girl, like, she's in a wheelchair and she's depressed and she can barely even feel, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Please tell me Korra isn't going to be in a wheelchair most of the season. That will hurt my soul. That will hurt me. Really, it will. And to see these type of emotions played out in a children's show, not only a children's show, but a cartoon, it's like, wow. Whoever's making the show is doing their job right. They need to be paid triple of whatever they're being paid. I mean, oh my gosh. The feelings, just the feelings. But yeah, that will be it for this video. If you want to talk about something else about The Legend of Korra, please comment down below. I love talking about my favorite shows. And yeah, let's just have a big discussion about this. What was your favorite moment of book 3 possibly? Or what are you looking forward to? Or, you know, what shocked you? You know. Yeah, no. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to check out my social media with the twits and the tum and the u. That's Twitter, Tumblr, and you now for people who don't understand my lingo. You know, my language, my speech pattern, my way of talking. I'm gonna stop because I'm starting to annoy myself. And yeah, check out the links down below and do all that good stuff. And other than that, I will see you later, alligator.